Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to episode 49 of the Spearhead Sundays podcast. And yes, I had a fucking break. I missed last week. I apologize because you know what? It was New Year's, it was Christmas, and then New Year's, and I got one out on fucking. I got a podcast out on Christmas Day. So if you're shitty that I missed one, you know what? The one that I missed was the day after New Year's. Do you really want to fucking listen to me when you're lying there dehydrated as fuck? You got a headache worse than you feel like you got the New Year's fireworks in your own brain. You don't want to fucking listen to me anyway, all right? So I had a break. I just didn't have enough time. I figured that I thought I would be able to do it, but then I wasn't able to do it. All right? Stop fucking yelling at me, okay? I apologize. This is free. I don't know you shit. But it's actually good that I missed an episode because I just realized that I scheduled the live podcast on the wrong fucking week, right? So the live podcast is going to happen next week. Right, it's next Saturday night. It's all sold out. Don't worry about coming. So it's happening next Saturday night. But that's to commemorate episode 50. But next week is episode 51. So because I'm a fucking idiot, but it all worked out because I'm not only am I a fucking idiot, right? So that hurt me a little bit, but that's okay because I'm also disorganized, and it ended up for the better because now next week the live podcast will actually be episode 50. And, you know, I probably could have done, this could have been episode 49 and a half, and then that would have fixed all the problems, but I'm not an intelligent dude, okay? I think that's pretty fucking, if you listen to the podcast, it's pretty fucking clear that I'm not the smartest cunt going around. I also wanted to say that my tour goes on sale next week. The whole tour, I'm doing a massive tour of Australia, and all of the major cities are going on sale next week. The pre-sale, we're just waiting on 2 venues to give us contracts, but the pre-sale will most likely happen on Monday or Tuesday. So make sure you're signed up to losespears.com/gig list. Put your email in there and the city that you're from, and I will send you an email with the pre-sale password so you can get tickets before all the disorganized cunts. If you are from Melbourne, please get on the list because there are more people on the pre-sale list than there are tickets available. So that should give you an idea of how much that's going to sell the fuck out. So if you're from Melbourne, I would really recommend not waiting until the general public sale. Get it during the pre-sale if you want to guarantee yourself seats. So yeah, the pre-sale should be on Monday or Tuesday. I'm hoping it'll be Monday, but we'll see. And then the general sale will be on Thursday, and that's when everybody can buy tickets. So, fuck it. I'll just tell you where I'm going, all right? I'm not supposed to talk about this, but I don't give a fuck. Where's my phone? Hang on, give me a sec. I'll find out where I'm going. I should definitely know this off by heart. I just realized that how important this is to my career. I should know exactly where I'm going, when the dates are, what time it is, how I'm going to... I should know all of that shit, but I literally have zero clue, all right? Give me a sec, I'll find out. All right, and we're back. It's on my phone. Okay, so I am not going to tell you the dates because that'll be a fucking secret, all right? Because, I don't know why, just because, all right? Fuck you. So I'm going to Geelong, Ballarat, Hobart, Canberra, Newcastle, Adelaide, Perth, Brisbane, Gold Coast, Melbourne, Sydney, and New Zealand? I don't know, okay? I might be going to another country. That's fucking exciting, huh? That's fucking exciting, isn't it? All right, so yeah, if you're from those fucking places, get on the gig list, losespears.com/gig list. All right, so last week or 2 weeks ago, last podcast even, I I was complaining about how I had to go away and celebrate someone else's Christmas, right? It was my girl's family, it wasn't me, okay? And you know what? I was dreading it. We had to fly there on Christmas Eve. We had to go to the airport and fly there, and I was fucking absolutely dreading it. In fact, I knew with 100% certainty how fucking bad it was going to be, that I promised that I would spend the next podcast screaming about it. And you know what? Wasn't that bad. It was fine. I mean, when you think about it, right? Just because it's Christmas Eve, like, that doesn't make the airport more busy. Do you know what I mean? Like, Christmas Eve in a shopping center, that's fucked. Because there's no limit to how many people you can fit in a shopping center, right? There's people going there because it's last minute and they got to buy gifts for people that they don't really like. It's like, what do we get him? I don't know, $20 gift voucher to some fucking shit store that I don't even want to be in? Yeah, all right, good enough. So they're packed, right? If you go there on Christmas Eve, you're a fucking idiot. But I thought an airport would be the same, but I realized just because it's Christmas doesn't mean they're going to put more planes in the air. That's just fucking dangerous. I mean, maybe if it was Vietnam, they'd have fucking planes flying on top of each other and doing aerial maneuvers just to land because there's so many fucking planes on the runway that you basically just have to go, yeah, traffic control, I'm going to give it a go. Have a crash crew ready because, I don't know, we'll see what happens, all right? And then he fucking goes into the cab and he psychs himself up. He's about to land. There's no way he's going to fucking make it, right? I don't know why I picked Vietnam for this to happen. I don't know. Vietnam is a funny name, and I have never been in the airport, but I assume that when it's Christmas, it's probably incredibly fucked. Actually, you know what? I bet they don't even fucking celebrate Christmas in Vietnam. Do they? Do Vietnamese people celebrate Christmas? It's integral to my bit. I hope they do. In Vietnam, Christmas was celebrated joyously with people. Okay, so they do celebrate, okay? So, anyway, back to my bit. So the pilot is about to land, and you can see that traffic control has gone, fuck it. You know, who cares about landing? Who cares about air safety? We want to make some cash on Christmas Eve. And the fucking pilot's like, attention, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to attempt a landing here in Vietnam Airport. And because it's Christmas Eve and Lewis is a little bit racist, he assumes that Vietnamese people don't give a fuck about landing safely or any kind of safety precautions. I also think it's a little bit racist, but you know what? I'm a fictional character and I'm in this bit, and when I'm in a bit, I always commit. So brace yourselves. I'm going to attempt a landing. And then he goes, and that wasn't going anywhere. It's not even fucking funny, all right? But yeah, it makes sense, right? Just because it's Christmas doesn't mean they're going to put more fucking planes in the air. So, and no one was rude. You know what? People in the airport on Christmas Eve were so polite and nice that I was disappointed because I knew that I was going to come back to you guys with nothing. The traffic wasn't even bad. There was nothing to complain about. Actually, when I was coming home, there was a baby that cried once, and it was fine. You know what, though? There was turbulence on the way back, and turbulence scares the fuck out of me. I'm fine with flying, but as soon as the plane rocks in a way that is obviously not the fucking pilot's decision, I freak out. And I know that it's normal, right? I even read up on turbulence, and I looked up how much turbulence would actually be needed to fuck up a plane. Like the amount of wind and turbulence that would be needed for a wing to fall off or for him to go off course or whatever. And it's like an insane amount. Like it's almost impossible for turbulence to fuck up a plane. but every time it happens, I freak the fuck out. But I'm considerate, right? When I freak out, I'm a very considerate freaking out person. Like, I'll never vocalize it. I'll sit there and I'll look directly forwards and I'll grip the seats so hard that the next person will be like, gee, there's fucking handprints in this armrest. Dude's got massive alien fingers. That's weird as, right? But I'll sit there, I'll look directly forwards, and to the outside person, I might be meditating. But inside my head, it's fucking chaos, right? Because when you're on like a roller coaster, and it goes down suddenly, and there's that little moment of weightlessness, like you're falling well, on a roller coaster it's different because you fall for like a whole second, but turbulence, you have that every couple of seconds, and when you hit that little falling, when you get that little falling feeling, it lasts for like half a second, and every single time in my head when I get that little falling feeling, no matter how safe I know it is, and no matter how much my brain understands that it's totally normal and it's totally fine, the primitive part of my brain goes, ah! Ah! It just freaks out, like, we're gonna die. Like, it just shoots adrenaline into my body, and it's like preparing to fucking die, and I don't know how to stop it. I'm just gonna have to deal with it. I mean, I fly planes quite often now, I guess. Maybe it'll get better, but I don't think it will. But I'm not one. I'll never vocalize that. Like, I've been on a plane where there was bad turbulence, and I was terrified. I was absolutely fucking shitting my pants. But there was somebody else further down the plane that was, like, it was a woman, I think, that was every time the plane jumped a little bit too much, she would go, ah! And that just freaked everybody out. Every single person was just looking at this woman and being like, shut the fuck up, all right? We're all terrified. You're all terrified, but you are making it worse, all right? You're making me more scared. I don't know. Maybe I'll get over it one day. But yeah, it was all right when I got there. When I got there and I did Christmas. You know what? They're all nice people. It wasn't my family. It was my girl's family. And they're all nice people. There's nothing wrong with them. But it was as nice as Christmas with someone else's family can be. Do you know what I mean? Like, when it's my Christmas, I can tell my brother to fuck off if I don't want to talk to him anymore. And he's like, yeah, fair enough. I don't want to talk to you either. And then we can just go to our bedrooms. But I can see it, when my uncle comes and sees us for Christmas, he has to stay there for 4 hours. It's not, you have to talk and engage for 4 hours when you're not a part of that family, right? When my family does Christmas and it's just us, we'll do Christmas for 2 hours, we'll do gifts, we'll have a great fucking time, we'll eat, and then we'll do all of that, and then everyone collectively will go, yeah, I'm sick of you cunts. I'm going to go and do my own thing. And that's fine. That's the best Christmas ever. That's how Christmas should be, right? You do it for a fucking 1 or 2 hours, you eat some food, and you go, you know what? I don't like you that much. And then just go away, and no one's offended. But you can't do that when you're in someone else's Christmas. Do you know what I mean? Like, I had to be there the whole time and engage. And they're nice people, but they're not my mates. Do you know what I mean? It's like you see that when someone comes to your Christmas that's not part of your family, and you feel that as well. And I saw they weren't that fascinated with me either, but they had to fucking tune in and try and talk to me for 4 hours. And you know what? You can't talk to anybody for 4 hours. I'll hang out with my own girlfriend for 4 hours, and I'll get sick of her. It just doesn't work. All right, no single human interaction should go longer than 2 hours. My live shows are an hour, and I can see when I get to the end, the audience is like, yeah, this is great, but that's enough. And I wish you could just do that in fucking personal relationships. Yeah, look, man, I like you, but that's enough. How good would that be if that just wasn't rude? If you could just be like, yeah, that's enough, and you just fucking go home, or you go to your room. Because no one gets offended when it's your family, but when what I was saying is when somebody else comes to your family that's not from your family, even the host family's like, fuck, now we have to pretend that we do Christmas for 4 hours normally. Do you know what I mean? Like, your uncle will come around and he'll stay there, and he wants to go in like half an hour, but he's got to stay there because he doesn't see his brother very much. And then you got to fucking talk to him for 4 hours, and then you get sick of your uncle in about 10 minutes, and then you get sick of the rest of your family in 20 minutes, and then you've got 3 hours and 40 minutes where you're just fucking sitting there going, this is boring as fuck. But no, I genuinely do like Christmas. I really do like it. I think it's cool. And I enjoyed myself over there. I stayed in Port Macquarie, and it's really nice there. It's really close to the beach, and it's like upwind or downwind. I don't fucking know what the term is, right? The point is the wind from the beach comes and hits you in the face, all right? Whatever that is, if it's upwind or a downwind, it doesn't matter. What I'm saying is the wind comes from the sea and hits you. So even though it was really hot, the wind was really cold and nice and fresh. So it didn't feel like it was hot. Because I fucking hate the hot. And I'm sick of staying quiet about it. I fucking hate it when it's hot. And there's nothing good about it. There's not a single thing. Right now, it's 36 degrees. I'm sitting here in the only room in our house that has good air conditioning. I don't care if you can hear it because I need it. Otherwise, I'm going to fucking pass out. I hate the hot. Right? It's 36 degrees. Can one person tell me what the fuck is a single good thing about it being 36? There's nothing good about it. Anything over like 25 is fucked. You know, as soon as I have the money, this is the only reason why I'm chasing comedy, right? This is the only reason why I want to be successful, so that seriously, I would do this. If I had the fucking money, I swear on my life I would do this, right? As soon as it starts to get too hot in Australia, right, around like fucking December, I would move somewhere where it's cold. And for 3 months and then come back to skip the heat. If I had enough money to do that, I fucking would. I swear on my life, I would actually do that. And not as a holiday, as like just to get away from it so I can work, because I can't fucking do anything when it's this hot. There's nothing good about 36 degree heat. You can't do anything. I don't understand people who like hot, right? Oh, I love hot weather. Isn't this great? No, it's not fucking great. I'm sitting here wearing shorts. My dick is stuck to my asshole. And I can't do anything. There's nothing good about hot, right? People are like, oh, you can go to the beach. The beach is fucking shit, mate, all right? You go to the beach when it's hot, and there's like 300 people there that are all there because, oh, it's hot, let's go to the beach. And then you got to pick a spot on the fucking sand in between the obese retired couple that smell like shit. And then on the left-hand side are like these tanned fuckheads that pretend like they go to the beach every fucking day, right? But really they just hang out in a suntan fucking clinic, spraying themselves up with cancer, and then they lather themselves up with fucking suntan lotion, pretending like it's not going to end with malignant cancer, right? And then they kick a ball around and you get sand all over your fucking shit. And then you got to go out in the sea and you got to keep a respectful distance between all the other fucking people that are in the water there. But there's so many people in there in a small fucking space in the sea because the fucking lifeguards are like, yeah, we don't want to patrol the whole beach, so we're going to put the two fucking flags about 10 meters apart from each other and then yell at anybody who goes outside those flags. So what we have now is, instead of a nice beach where everyone can go where they want, we have 600 people packed into a fucking area 10 meters long, and everybody's bumping into each other, trying to fucking play in the waves, and you can't talk to anybody, you can't swear, you can't fucking do anything, and then you get out of the water, because you can't even swim in the water, because if you go underwater, you're gonna fucking end up between some girl's legs, and then her boyfriend's gonna kick the shit out of you, because that's what you just have to do, right? And then you get out of the water, and you're covered in fucking salt, and it's itchy and fucked, and then the girls always want to, no, let's just sit there and lie and tan. I don't fucking tan. All right? I just get burnt, and then I get more freckles. That's the only fucking thing that happens. I mean, maybe if I go to the beach enough, I'll get so many freckles that I'm just the one color. But that's really unlikely. That's incredibly unlikely. The beach is fucking shit. I hate it. And my girl loves the beach. And I pretend to enjoy myself when I'm there. That's how good of a boyfriend I am. And I'm hating it the whole time. I've never once enjoyed myself at the beach. It's shit. Like, what is the benefit of it being this hot? I don't understand people who tell me that it's nice when you can't do anything. What, you want to sit outside and fucking put your feet in a shit $30 pool because it's so hot? If you didn't do that, you would die. All the old people just fucking die. They can't handle it. As soon as the temperature passes 26, old people start suffocating in their homes. And then you find them 3 months later, they're half rotted. And it's like, oh, the heat wave killed all the seniors. And maybe that's a good thing because they're a bit of, no one really wants to visit them anyway. But I'm saying there's nothing good about it being this hot. Seriously, I want you guys to email in any benefit of it being hot and I will fucking wreck you. I'm serious. Podcast@loosespears.com. I'll still be talking about how fucking hot it is because it'll be hot for another month because it's Australia. And for some reason in January, it just heats up like fuck. Because global warming or God's being a cunt. I don't know what it is, right? But I hate it, okay? Seriously, I want you guys to email in an actual benefit. Something that is better when it's hot than when it's cold. Something that you can only do in the heat. Because I'm telling you, everything that people tell me they can do in the heat, you can do when it's cold, right? The perfect weather is when it's a little bit cold, okay? Because you know what? If it's really hot, I can't cool down, right? If I leave the house, I have to wear shorts. And do you know what I look like in shorts? There's a reason. I fucking dare you to try and find a photo of me in shorts. That's not the lad parody, okay? Right? I've worn them when I'm parodying lads, but I want you to scour my social media, look at my Instagram, my Twitter, my Facebook. I dare you, try and find a photo of me in shorts. It's fucking impossible because I don't wear them. Because shorts that are long enough for me are like pants that are the perfect fit for you. It's fucked. I look like a 10-year-old child. The moment I put on shorts is the moment I look like a gigantic preschooler. Seriously, name a thing that you can only do when it's hot and I'll fucking wreck you. Oh, we can go to the beach. I already told you why the beach is fucking shit, okay? It might be nice if you were the only people there, but when are you the only people there? And you know what? Actually, I have enjoyed the beach once. I've only ever enjoyed going to the beach when it's really late at night and no one's there. That's when I've really enjoyed it. And that's when it's nice. When there's no one fucking there. But I tell you what, when you go to the beach when it's hot, that is the worst time to go to the beach because all the other fuckheads are there, okay? So, yeah, you can go to the beach when it's hot. When it's hot, that's when you want to go to the beach, but that's the worst time to go to the beach because every other fucking asshole's there, alright? So, no, it's not good to go to the beach when it's hot. What else? That's it. That's the only thing. I'm sorry, I'm really angry. I just hate how hot it is, okay? I'm trying to think of things that people do when it's hot. Let me look it up, right? I can't think of anything. That's how much I hate the hot, that as soon as it gets over 26 degrees, I just shut down. I'm like, I'm staying home forever, all right? Things to do when it's hot. Let me look it up. I bet this is all going to be, I guarantee you. Here we go. 50 things to do on a hot day. I fucking guarantee you. I found a BuzzFeed list. 10 things. I'm not going to read out. All right. 10 things to do when it's hot. And I fucking guarantee you they all suck, right? Let me have a look. 10 things to do when it's hot. Hit the beach. No. Worst time to go to the beach. I've already debunked that. Go to the pool. No, you can go to the fucking pool whenever you want, all right? You go to an indoor pool, it's a climatized environment. It's the same no matter when you go. You should go to the pool when it's really cold because no one's there and the fucking water is warm. There's no difference, right? You go to the pool when it's hot and it's even worse than the beach because it's filled with cunts like me that can't tan but they're too stupid to go when it's cold. The pool is fucking shit when it's hot, unless you have your own pool. I'll give you that, right? If you have your own backyard pool, that is the only good thing to do when it's hot, all right? I'll give you that. That's one good thing, okay? And that's not even on this fucking list, all right? 3, turn your backyard into a water park. Water balloons and water guns equals a whole lot of fun. No, all right? That's fucking shit too. How long does a water fight last? I'll tell you how long. It lasts 50 minutes trying to fucking put all of the water in your fucking balloons because they're so fiddly you can't get them on the tap, and then you got to tie them up, and the whole time you're doing this it's so hot that you might pass out and no one's getting wet. It's fucking shit. Everyone's having an argument trying to figure out who gets the most balloons, whatever. You never have enough. You give 20 each, and then the actual water fight lasts about 5 minutes. Everybody fucking misses each other because water fights and balloon fights is not something that we do often. Everyone's a terrible shot. And then when you do get hit, it's always in the face. It's never in the body. It's always in the fucking head and it hurts. And then you get irrationally angry at the other person because it's an involuntary response. Your body goes, oh, you've been hit in the face. Kill your girlfriend. And it's like, no, I like her. And then it ends in a fight, right? Because you run out of water balloons and then you realize, well, that was a bit shit, wasn't it? Okay, so no. Water fights are fucked, okay? 4, snack on frozen fruit. Frozen fruit is fucking shit. Hey, I would like to eat a banana, but instead of it tasting good, I'd really like it to hurt my teeth. No. Watch Netflix all day in front of your AC. That's horrible, okay? There's nothing worse than sitting down in front of an air conditioner dying because it's hot. That's not a good thing to do. That's just a coping mechanism. That's not an actually enjoyable thing. Go to the movies. That's not a bad idea, all right? Going to the movies, as long as the air conditioner works, that's actually kind of a good idea. I think I'm going to do that today, all right? So there's one thing on this list that they're right. Number 7. Put your pillow in the freezer. You won't have to worry about flipping your pillow over to get to the cold side. That's so stupid. I can't even begin. I don't even know where to start with that. What, are you going to take the fucking peas out so you can fit your pillow in? Who the fuck has a freezer that's big enough to fit a fucking pillow in there? That's so shit, it makes me even angrier, right? No, I'm not even going to talk about that one. Go for ice cream. Ice cream always makes everything better. No, it doesn't, because when it's hot, you got to fucking eat the ice cream in 10 minutes, otherwise it's going to end up all over your hands, and then you got to wash them, right? The perfect time to eat ice cream is at night, when it's not hot, so you can actually fucking enjoy it, instead of eating it as fast as you can, and then you feel like shit. No. 9, go shopping. That's not a bad idea. If it's in a shopping center where there's air conditioner, that's actually not a bad idea. I've done that before. And a lot of people don't go when it's really hot because they assume a lot of people will be there, but there's usually not a lot of people either. So they got 2, all right? And then number 10. If all else fails, head to your local store and pick up a bottle of Frappuccino. No, seriously, they have 2 new flavors. Dude, this whole fucking article is an ad for Starbucks Frappuccino. Holy shit, that makes me angry. I just involuntarily read 10 things and then the last one was a fucking ad for a Frappuccino from Starbucks. I'm so mad. Right? I'm saying it right now. Boycott Starbucks. If you're listening to this, don't fucking go there. Oh shit, I accidentally read out an ad for free. Man, that sucks. They fucking got me. Man, advertising is smart now. I accidentally advertised to like thousands of people. Fuck. This is branded content produced by our marketing department in partnership with our advertisers, not by editorial. Read our branded content policies here. I can't believe it. That's so smart. I'm not even angry anymore. They got me. But yeah, there's nothing, I hope that demonstrates my point. There's nothing good about it being hot. Evidently, the only good thing about it being hot is Starbucks gets to advertise their fucking shithouse frappuccino. Hey, come down to Starbucks. It's really hot. It'll give you diabetes, but at least it'll be kind of cold. Having a cold drink is fucked anyway. It doesn't actually cool you down. It makes your mouth cold and your teeth hurt, and then you swallow it, and that's it. That's the only effect. That's the biggest fucking scam ever. I don't know how advertising companies have managed to trick us into thinking that having something cold will cool us down. That's bullshit. Having something hot sucks, but having something cold doesn't benefit you at all. This is going to be a theme, guys, for the next like 4 podcasts for the next month. While it's this hot, I'm going to be this angry. What else did I want to talk about? I just went into a trance. This always happens on the podcast. I find one small thing that makes me angry and nobody else. See, that's my whole life, man. The shit that pisses me off doesn't make anybody else angry. And so I can't talk about it with anyone. I can't be like, hey man, how shit's the beach when it's hot? The other guy's like, dude, the beach is great when it's hot. What are you talking about? It's like, no, I can't talk about it with people. That's why this podcast is great, because you cunts have to just fucking cop it. And there's no one around to offer another opinion. It's like, this is like a fucking safe space. This is like Facebook, right? Facebook, this podcast is figure out what my opinions are, and it just doesn't show me any dissenting ones. All right. Oh yeah, so I just had a look before I started this podcast at my YouTube channel. I just passed 10 million views, like collectively 10 million views. That's crazy, isn't it? 10 million views. That's fucking mental. 10 million people have seen my shit. I don't even know what to say about that. That's just really cool. Thanks, I guess. Do I say thanks? I don't know. 10 million views collectively across my whole channel. That's crazy. I never thought 10 million people would ever look at my shit. Well, it's not 10 million people, is it? Because if you watch 10 of my videos, that's still one person. I don't know. I suppose that'd be at least 1 million people have seen me, right? Well, yeah, because I've gotten 1 million views on a video before, so would be at least 800,000 unique people. I don't know. It's a lot of fucking views, all right? That's what I'm saying. That's cool. Thank you very much. Also, I wanted to talk about Patreon. We passed a Patreon milestone, a really big one, something I've been excited about for a long time. We passed a Patreon milestone where I'm bringing back Bi-Monthly Bull. Bi-Monthly Bull, if you don't know, is a series that I put out, I think it'd be 3 years ago, 2 or 3 years ago, I'm not sure. But basically, Bi-Monthly Bull was a political satire series. Kind of, it's nothing like Lou Review, really. It's a political satire series where I would take a look at politics from Australia and around the world, and the media, news articles and things that people were saying, and I would just take the piss out of it in short little segments. So you know how like Lou Review is like 10 minutes on one thing, and it's really in depth and it has a look at lots of things. Bi-Monthly Bull was kind of more like what Philip DeFranco does, where he does a 10-minute episode, but he covers heaps of different topics. And the humor was obviously not like Philip DeFranco. Like he's much more of a giving the facts and trying to do a news thing, whereas I was more taking the piss out of everything that I was talking about. And the reason I had to stop it was because just back when I had a job and I had no fucking money, it was a super time-consuming series to make and kind of expensive because I needed a lot more equipment than what I had, and it required me to watch the news and read the news and stay really informed, not only because I needed to know what was going on, but also because I wanted to download clips from the news. Say if something funny happened during an interview, I needed to actually see that to make sure that I saw it. Otherwise, I wouldn't know what was happening. So if a politician fucked up in an interview, or if an awkward moment happened, I could only make fun of that if I actually saw it. Do you know what I mean? And a lot of TV shows, they have full-time employees called researchers. I remember I once was given a tour of the ABC studios, and I went in, and they literally have employees that are paid to sit down. What they do, right? Say it's a news satire program. What they do is they record 10 different channels of news, and then the next morning they sit down and they literally watch it on double speed, 2 times speed. And every time something weird happens, they pause it, they mark down the time that it happened. So they'll be like, oh, Malcolm Turnbull said something funny, he mixed up a few words here, and this is what he said. And they'll write it down, and then they'll keep watching, and then they'll go through all of the notes they took, and they're like, oh, Malcolm Turnbull fucked up, and he said this about sport, and that works in with this sporting player that said this about politics. We can put that together and make it really funny. Do you know what I mean? And that's not the actual people on screen. Say if it was the chasers, they don't do that. They have a team, and the researchers will bring it to the chasers and be like, this is what we found in the news today, and then they'll take that and write shit about it. It's incredibly time consuming. And I didn't realize that when I started the series, and I still had a job. And to be honest, I don't think I was quite skilled enough to make what I saw in my head. If you have a look at the last episode that I put out of Bi-Monthly Bull, the one about violent protesters, that's one of my favorite sketches that I did about... Basically what happened was a politician went and gave a speech at a university, and then a whole bunch of protesters showed up, and as the politician was leaving, they all screamed, shame, shame, and they were pushing her and yelling shame in her face, and she had to be escorted out by security, who had to push people out of the way so that she could get through the building, and a lot of people bumped her and yelled at her and all that kind of shit. And then the leader of that protest came on television, and she said, and afterwards the politicians condemned it and said it was really violent, and, you know, they pushed her and assaulted her. And then the leader of the protest came on television and said that the politicians were out of touch and that it was an assault. You know, she said her direct quote was, what you saw was nothing more than what the average person sees on public transport. It was just jostling that you would see on a bus, right? So I took that clip and I was like, you know, this woman's right. That happens to me every time I take public transport. And then I organized 8 extras, which was a massive fuck around, to come meet me at a train station. We sat down on a bus and I got them all to yell shame, shame at me while I was on the bus, and then push me and shove me while I was walking down the street and yell shame at me. And that was really, really funny. But after I did that, I felt really guilty because all of these 8 people was just you guys came out. It was just people who watched my shit. I put up an Instagram post. I'm like, I need extras. And all these people came down. I couldn't pay them. I couldn't even afford to buy food for everybody. I couldn't do anything. I was just like, all right, well, that's it. See you later. And I really felt like I used those people. Do you know what I mean? Because I couldn't give back. And I don't think they felt used. I think they were all totally cool with it, but I didn't feel right about doing that. So I ended up stopping the series because I just couldn't create what I wanted to create because I want to do. But basically what I'm saying is now I can, right? I'm a lot more skilled. I have much better equipment, and I have, thanks to Patreon, a budget to pay camera people and buy food for extras to come down, whatever, all that shit. And what I want to do with the series is I want to do a lot of vox pops. So a vox pop is like what you see on The Daily Show, where a comedian will go to somewhere in person and interview people about something that Donald Trump said, right? So they'll be like, oh, what do you think of this? You know, funny shit like that. They'll go to a Trump rally or a Hillary Clinton rally, take the piss out of the supporters, all that kind of shit. I really, really want to do that. And now I can. So I'm going to bring that series back, but I'm not going to start it until after my tour. So my tour will finish early May. So I'm hoping that Bi-Monthly Bull will start up early June. So that way I'll have time to get all the equipment I need, figure out what I want the series to be, build a set because I want a different set from Lure Review to make sure that they're completely different things. And then hopefully it'll start in June. So yeah, that's the thing that's coming. Keep an eye out for that this year. I'm very excited to bring it back because political satire and taking the piss out of the media is really going back to my roots, and it's something that I've really missed doing. So very excited to bring it back. All right, now let's get on to the worst part of the podcast, right? Miscellaneous bit at the end. Fucking hell. Okay. So, here is an update. I love the update emails, okay? If you remember last podcast episode, I gave advice to a guy called Tom emailed in, and he said that his girlfriend couldn't stop thinking that she was not good enough for him and was basically saying that they need to take a break. And then come back to it. Problem is, she had cheated on him multiple times before, and he said that he felt like she just wanted to go out and fuck other people and then come back to him like nothing happened. So basically, the advice that I gave this guy was, don't take that level of disrespect. That's definitely what she's trying to do. Just break up with her. No need to be an asshole about it. Just break up with her. And he sent me an update. All right. So, g'day Lewis, it's Tom. Thought I would quickly update you with what happened with my situation, like you said. And I can tell you that after I sent the email, everything somehow got worse. All right. So after he emailed me, everything got worse. Just note that before I begin, I'm a very calm person who rarely gets angry. If this email ends with "I killed her," that's all right. So the day after I sent the suicide-inducing contribution to the shittest part of the podcast, the arguing continued and worsened. Gemma, my girlfriend, kept rambling about her solution. Her solution was to take a break so they could fuck other people and then come back together, which is not a relationship. She just wanted to fuck other people, which is totally cool, but don't pretend you want to be in a relationship. That's what I told Tom. So I said, just break up with her. Gemma kept rambling about her solution and kept on claiming it was a breather to consider what to do to fix the feeling she had. Her main argument was that it was to fix her mental state, said exactly like a 14-year-old girl with suicidal tendencies and massive daddy issues. Now, when I brought it up to my only two friends I have and my dad, they all basically said the same thing you said. This was relieving because I thought I was becoming the psycho boyfriend. Oh, how ironic did that feeling of relief become. The next night, we kept arguing, and in what was an extremely rare occurrence, I just snapped. What was once arguing became a case of straight-up verbal abuse on my end. What I had said to Gemma was the figurative love child of cyberbullying and miscellaneous bit at the end. Bro, you gave her the miss bit at the end treatment, you fucking animal. How could you do that to a girl? I attacked her and every one of her insecurities for every wrong thing she did to me and told her to neck herself. So you just lost it. So you were a cunt. I can't condone that, really. I mean, you said it yourself. You were a cunt and you abused her. So I feel that's always the wrong thing to do when you break up with someone, because as soon as you do that, man, you're wrong. Do you know what I mean? Like, it doesn't matter what she's done. It doesn't matter how much shit that the other person has done to you. As soon as you lose it and you start screaming, you lose. You're the cunt in their eyes. The only way to break up with someone is to go, hey, I've been thinking about it a lot. And because of this thing that you did to me or how you've been treating me, I don't want to be with you anymore. So that's it. Here's all of your stuff. I've packed it all up. I will come over to your house on this day to get my things, and that's it. And then you just ghost them. Delete all social media. Don't just disappear. Don't talk to them. Block their number. Just become a ghost. Never see them again. Ooh, I'm your ex-boyfriend and I'm happier without you. You were a bit of a cunt to me. You just fucking ghost them. I'll never give you closure. You'll think about me all the time. and I'm much happier than you. Right? Classic ghost movement. All right? Okay. So you're a cunt to her. Here we go. We're skip to Sunday when you release the Fuck Canberra podcast, and I'm a very single Pringle. So you guys... So basically, before you had the chance to listen to my advice, you just couldn't handle it anymore and you fucking lost it. Good on you, man. I can respect that, I guess. I'm a single Pringle because she dumped me. Oh no, you lost, bro. You fucking lost. See, that's what I just said. You, as soon as you lost, doesn't matter how many times she cheated on you, how much she was being a cunt, how much she wanted to just fuck around and then come back to you. Doesn't matter how much she was disrespecting you, bro. You do the wrong thing as soon as you yell. You just can't do that, guy or girl. You can't fucking lose it because that's what happens. Then she's like, right, I am definitely leaving now. She dumped me. Despite being disrespected by her and hating her guts, I still find myself loving her and craving the side of her which adored me. Since then, I've been in and out of really bad mood swings which have been responsible for the shameless begging over the phone and me fucking up my wrists from using a punching bag too much. Finally, yeah, you can't do that, man. It sounds like you guys were just in a shit relationship, man. You fucking said it yourself. She was an asshole to you. You were an asshole to her. Obviously, it made everybody angry and upset. You just got to fucking let it go. And what you're going through is totally normal. But you just the best thing that you can do is just cut her out of your life. Ghost her, delete her from everything so that you can't look at her. The worst thing for you to do is to be like, oh, I wonder what fucking Gemma's up to. And then you look her up on Facebook and you go through her photos and see if her life is better than yours after the breakup. It doesn't let your mind and your body get over that person. Do you know what I mean? You just got to cut him out and stop looking about him. That's the only way you can get over somebody. Finally, on New Year's Eve, I got nudes of her and her best friend, both with them by themselves and another with a bunch of dudes in the background. Wait, did she send it to you? Then afterwards, I got a Snapchat of my ex getting all cuddly and shit with an autistic dude who essentially stalked her all throughout high school because he liked her so much. I have a photo of 2 of the nudes that were sent to me, and I'm highly considering sending them to her parents alongside telling them how she cheated on me multiple times with all the evidence I have. I need your advice, Papaloo. I need your guidance to wreck a thought. That, and I need help maintaining emotional stability and letting go. Send help. Have a shit one, Tom. Well, Tom, I can tell you right now, do not do that, because that is the worst thing that you could do to a woman. And that's incredibly disrespectful and absolutely the wrong thing to do. You can't share somebody else's nudes. I don't know how you got them. You said, I have a photo of 2 of the nudes that were sent to me. I don't know if she sent them to you or... Wait, you know what? It doesn't fucking matter who sent them to you. You can't fucking share them around, bro. Because if they were sent to you... Yeah, it's fucked, man. You can't do that. Doing that kind of shit is... There's nothing good about that. There is no situation where that is a good thing to do. Where you have nudes that were sent to you either in confidence by the person or by somebody else that has it for some reason and is sending it to you maliciously. You just can't do that shit. It's just inexcusably the wrong thing to do. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's fucked. Especially guys and girls that are sharing nudes. If the person that you're sharing is underage, doesn't matter what age that you are, even if you're underage, you can get charged with child porn trafficking. And I fucking tell you, if that happened to my daughter or my son, one of her 16-year-old friends sent around photos of my naked child, I would 100% charge that kid with child porn. I would fucking press charges. So be careful, guys, because not only is it the wrong thing to do, it's also a really hot topic that the government is looking at. Revenge porn. You've probably seen all the fucking headlines about it. Revenge porn is a big thing, and the government is looking to prosecute somebody to the full extent of the law so that they can go, look, we fixed the problem without actually really doing anything. So don't do that. You'll get fucked on. Don't send nudes to her dad. Bro, if my daughters, right, put yourself in the dad's shoes, right? I'm her dad, okay? This is my child that I've raised for 8. I'm assuming you guys are 18. I don't know. Wait, hang on. Did you say school? All throughout high school. Stalked her all throughout high school. Sounds like... I don't know. Okay, I'm going to assume that you're 18, right? So this is my daughter that I've raised for 18. All of a sudden, I get a text from her boyfriend. Oh, I never speak to Tom. This is a bit weird. Oh, it's an image. I wonder what it is. I open it up. Oh, look, it's my daughter fucking someone else that isn't Tom. And then 3 paragraphs from Tom talking about how my daughter has cheated on him. I wonder whose side I'm going to take. My daughter or the guy who is not my daughter. I tell you right now, if I got that text, I would go to your fucking house. If I was the dad, straight up. Don't do that. Bad thing to do. Don't share people's nudes. It's fucking horrible. All right? Ladies, your nudes are safe with me. Okay, so let's read the rest of this email. Oh, that's it. Okay, yeah, and that's not going to help you let go, because as soon as you send nudes to her dad or whatever the fuck you want to do, that's going to make a whole new situation and you're going to be involved with her life. All right. Oh, no, this isn't the end. He sent me another email before I had the chance to answer this one. All right. G'day, Lewis. Sorry, this is another email, right? Sorry for all the emails. I just thought I'd tell you that the nudes I mentioned in the email were sent to my ex's mum, and now she isn't talking to me. Oh, you fucking retard. You sent them? I should have done a podcast last week. I could have stopped this. He didn't have time to listen to my advice, and now you're a fucking retard, dude. Why would you're a cunt? You can't do that. Did you send them? Oh yeah, okay. I sent the nudes to my ex's mum, and now she isn't talking to me. What a surprise. I told her all of the fuck shit her daughter was doing on top of that. The mum was very supportive of me, and I'm waiting to see what happens to my ex to see if I want to send the SMS text to her dad and aunt, who she's very close with too. Did I wreck a thought or nah? No, dude. Think about what you did. You sent naked photos of someone's daughter to them that you're not supposed to have, I'm assuming. Do you think that you're the good person in this situation? Nah, it's fucked, bro. That being said, I would love another update after this, right? I want to know what happens with this situation. I'm going to say, right, your ex-girlfriend sounds like an asshole, but in this situation, you're wrong, okay? But that's fine. You can fix this. I think that you should apologize and you should delete those fucking photos off your phone, because clearly you can't be trusted. Don't send it to her dad and her aunt. You're going to send it to her fucking auntie? In what scenario does that make you a hero? Well, her auntie's going to open her phone and see her fucking niece sucking cock from that's not her boyfriend's, and you get the text from her niece's boyfriend, hey, just letting you know that your niece is a whore and she cheated on me. No, dude. That's not the right thing to do, all right? But seeing as you're in this horrible situation, it's very entertaining for us. So please do send an update email. I would love to hear how this is going. Please take my advice, dude. You need to let this go. That being said, maybe don't let it go, because we can watch your life get destroyed in real time via the podcast. All right, Tom. I don't even know what to say. Good on you, bro. Yeah, anybody listening to this, I think we're gonna find out what happens when you do that, and it's not a good thing, all right? Don't share people's nudes without their permission. I don't know what to say. Okay. That's it, guys. That's the end of the podcast. Next week is the live podcast. So the live podcast is happening on Saturday night. It's sold out. You can't come. But what's going to happen is we're going to live stream it to Facebook. So what that means is if you would... We're going to live stream it to Facebook, and we're going to record the audio version that we will release probably on Saturday night, actually, instead of Sunday morning. Because maybe Sunday morning, because after the podcast, I want to hang out with the people who come. But basically, it's episode 50. It's a massive thing. It's a big deal. So we're having a live podcast. It's going to be streamed directly to Facebook. Now, I don't know how the audio is going to sound because you can only live stream on a phone. So the phone will be set up on a tripod behind the audience, and it will film us on stage. It'll be me, Elliot Loney, Khalid Kalafala, and Luke Kidgel. I know that the audio that'll be posted to my website, like the audio version, that'll sound really, really good because we're having a sound technician in who knows what they're doing to record it. But I don't know how the live stream will sound because it's just going into my phone's microphone, and it's coming, and the noise will be coming out of the speakers, and there'll also be the audience hopefully laughing. So I don't know how. I think it'll sound fine, but it could sound horrible. We don't know until it'll happen. So if you want to watch it in real time, it'll be around 7:30, maybe 8 p.m. on Facebook. I'll do a post the night of to be sure. And otherwise, the audio version will be on iTunes and everything, the normal way I deliver podcasts. So yeah, that'll be sick. Next week will be the podcast. If you're coming to the live podcast, I would like to do some advice live. I'd love to have somebody come up and sit down and read out their questions. So email podcast@loosbeers.com if you're coming next week. I would love to, and you've got a problem that you would like to discuss, I'd love to help you out. We can do a miscellaneous bit at the end. This might be the biggest mass suicide that Melbourne's ever had. 50 people? No, 50 people plus on stage, plus the sound tech will kill himself. That's like about 55, 56 people. So yeah, we'll see how it is. I will see you next week, and it'll be a live one. And yeah, I'm very much looking forward to it. So yeah, that's all for me, guys. Also, my tour goes on sale next week. So jump on losebeers.com/gig list, put in your email and your city, get tickets as soon as possible because I think it'll sell out very fast. That's all I have to say. Thank you very much. I will talk to you next Sunday. Have a shit one.